Love Island sucks. And I'm sad to say, but I think I've officially kind of tapped out of Love Island. So a lot of my videos, okay, let me adjust my glasses. Starting out this channel, one of the things that I really wanted to do was, God, so Love Island has got me messed up, okay? But yeah, starting this channel, one of the things I wanted to get into was, commentary about Love Island. It's a show that I started watching from 2015. Like I started with like the Australian version. The Love Island OG fans know. And then the UK, enjoyed it thoroughly. Like I enjoyed the progression because it was a show to me that kept improving on the cast, improving on the games, improving on like the outreach. Then when Love Island US came, especially like the past few seasons, it has blown up. Like everyone, even if you're not interested in it, knows about Love Island, especially because of social media. When you're in TikTok, especially when it's like showing during the season. So I don't even know where to start, but UK kind of lost me compared to the US, especially because US at least had more representation. I think since season 3, yeah, I think moving forward after season 3, most of the winners have been people of color, at least when it came to the women, right? Have been people of color. So that already, I mean, you already got me interested, especially seeing that one of the largest fan base, they're, people of color. So it was a very interesting experiment, very shallow, of course. I've always taken it as a joke. You go there, you just want to laugh at people doing foolish things for money and love, as they say. But yeah, it was entertainment for me. It was strictly go watch, forget about it. But now it has created so much discourse. So that represents and impacts the society. You can see the divide. You can see basically the standards that people who look different have, as opposed to it's a whole dialogue. But watching Love Island Game season 2, the finale, I I was so disappointed. Like everyone else, I skipped to the end. When I found out that Johnny and Gabby weren't voted in, I was like, oh, it's gonna be a mess. But you know what? Then my girl just didn't get it because I thoroughly enjoyed the first season. The first season was hilarious, entertaining, even the backstabbing, the friendships, the crying, the tears, the games. It was so much fun, especially because you didn't have to even get to know these people. I knew a lot of them. I think there were a couple of like Australians that I didn't know, and also was it France or Sweden? Was another country that I didn't know, but I knew at least all the UK and I knew all the US. It was even more of a balance in the first season. And then more importantly, the American votes weren't included at all because it was a pre-recorded show. So we're watching it live with the contestants. And it was an interesting show. Like I didn't agree with everything that happened, but I was overall happy. The mega deal, which is what we should have gotten last night, was a mega deal. It was against Johnny and his partner. I think she was from Germany. Yeah, and then it was Justin and Jack. So Justin always plays a great social game. Like you don't have to be all brawn, you have to also be brains. And Justin played a great game. Like I love it. It was really her show. Like her and Sally. It's gonna give me like how Tobias was with Tyreek, but in a better way. Speaking about Tobias, he was in that season. He fumbled with Shelly, and he fumbled again. One thing when it comes to Toby does not disappoint in disappointing. If there would be one word that would describe at least his Love Island experience, is that he just fumbles. He's a fumbler. Probably that's why he lost his football career, because Jesus. Tyreek, I wasn't really the biggest fan of Tyreek. Even in his show, I didn't like it because I felt like he had that light skin privilege, like he'd come, even the way he treat Ella, the way he treat the women. It was entertaining, but I never liked Tyreek. Like even when he did to Catherine, like putting the doubts of like Scott not liking her and stuff like that. So I wasn't the biggest fan of Tyreek, but I knew he'd be entertainment. Like one thing I'll give it to him is he's his own man, and if he wants to do something, he'll do it. And I love that. He was perfect for Love Island Games. I'm gonna say Love is Blind because I just come out of that whole board. But yeah, it was a perfect fit for it. Then we had KK. I like KK. She was a bird in her season. And there was just so much missed opportunity with her. Like I was sad for her to go, but it's basically who she partnered with. Chris from Love Island season 7, that terrible toxic island. But we got Nicolandria, so we're good. Also got Shalace. I'm not the biggest fan of Ace anymore. I used to love Ace. I loved even throughout the whole thing. Yes, he did a little messed up things, but I was just like, this boy is 22. He's a 22-year-old who has done his work, has 1 million followers, gone on the J Hut show, and he's 22. He didn't know much about life, but he has lived life that he feels like he knows a lot. So give him a lot of grace until he went and said what he said about Nicolandria. I don't even care, because Nicolandria could be even a PR. He could even have mean well, but that's just a whack thing to do. Like I saw him for what everyone used to say he is. I still do Like, I still am happy for Ace, but I just feel like he needs to work on himself. He has a bit of haterade in him. He does. Maybe I'm just saying a bit. He probably has a lot, but again, he's young. There's time. Unfortunately, he's exposed to the world. But I think the biggest thing I don't like about him, because we all make mistakes, is that he stands 10 toes down and you blame everyone but him. You even blame production. Like, we've been looking for a contestant who's going to finally come and call out production, right? And that was Ace. But just mm, the context, the context, sorry, into why he exposed the producers, it didn't hit, like, because of him saying what he said about Nicolandria, then him then justifying a few things he did just because of what the producer said, like he saved Hada, and then he also, like, was kind of like, you know appropriating Taylor to go and, do what he was doing with Olandria, yet he didn't like Olandria. So if you're going to be like real, keep it real, then why are you now throwing the previous under the bus when it benefits you? But before you are okay, do what they said. The first, and you won't be the last contestant who they were trying to use, right? We have a lot of other contestants who came up and saying that, yeah, they tried to create this narrative, they tried to get me to do this, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. But whatever. So you had Johnny. I did not like Johnny in his season, but I actually liked him in the previous Love Island games. Like I said, it depends on the version you're in. So him and Tyreek were perfect for Love Island games, where it's not about the love, but the money. But even the winners here are all making about love. Yeah, who else? Josh. I didn't really care for him in his season, but I felt for him towards the end because of what happened with his sister. Because I didn't like the girl he was with. Yes, she was talented, because I remember she was doing like flips in the bikini. I think she was like a cheerleader or a gymnast or something, a dancer. But just the way that she carried herself in the villa, like she was the ish, right? Yet there were, at least to me, there were much better, more outstanding contestants like Cash. But yeah, I don't even remember him. I just remember him following her like a puppy, and he lived up to what I remember him as. He was following Andrea like a puppy, still thinking about his game plan. Then he'll get upset, and then but it was unfortunate the way he had to go because he was being ganged up. Now, I watched the challenge, and those who watch the challenge, MTV's challenge, they know what I'm talking about when I say that. Yes, when it comes to these games, it's not just about brawn and strength and who's strong and goes to the gym and how many pounds can I bench and all that. No, it's also about your social game. Get people on your side. But the reason why it kind of backfired in this season 2, and I hope that Love Island did it, is first of all it wasn't pre-recorded. So those who played the games and got people out, and then the end America to vote. It was just so stupid. So now in the future, people are going to be so self-conscious of, they're going to go back to Love Island mentality. They're going to say and do things they don't really mean, which defeats the purpose of Love Island games. It's making it into a Love Island. It's not a popularity contest. You're not here for love. You're here to win money. Like, openly, you're here to win money. It's not like even Love Island people pretend, oh, I'm here for love, but they really want all the clout and the money and whatever they get. But like here, it's about working hard, playing the games. That's working hard mentally or physically. So unfortunately, those who could do it both, like Justin, didn't get their time to shine. Johnny too. He really played this game way better, because I would have thought he would have come and just been like big bad bull for me to take all these people out. But no, he played it smarter, because I believe in the first game he was like the big bad wolf, but then like he has a child now, so it was unfortunate he didn't get to he didn't even get to do. Oh yeah, he did a duel where he manhandled Chris. I was really happy. I never liked Chris. Even that time when people were hyping him up in season 7, I never liked him. I just found him to be a wuss. He just talks that talk. I can't back it up. Especially Shelly, because he liked Shelly, but he didn't want to work for her. Like, I don't like men like who say things and they don't follow through. Men or women, like both ways. Oh, my hair keeps bugging me. But yeah. So in this villa, he was very, very pompous, arrogant. I think he also was kind of playing mind games with KK. So I was just happy that he left. They introduced the international contestants aside from the UK, which UK is a given. Like, even Australia, I mean, it started from there. So I'm disappointed. Like, it was mostly Americans. It was giving Love Island America plus Friends. But yeah, UK was just 2 people initially. I think it was just Eric and Lucinda. Lucinda, I didn't watch her in the Australian version, because I didn't watch that version. I didn't watch that season, sorry. But I watched her in her original, and she was always annoying. But in the beginning, I was giving her a chance, like, especially when Chris was like, "Oh, you know who I am?" I was like, "Who are you?" Like, I liked her, like her, kind of like giving like, giving ditzy, blonde, you know, few one-liners that were okay, like, for entertainment purposes. But then she's such a hater. She's everything people say that she is. She has a lot of microaggression, especially towards another international contestant, Garby. I like Garby. She was probably my favorite. Like, Justin is, I love Justin as my sister, okay, like my sister. But Garby was probably like the star, because especially when she do those duels, like she's probably the strongest girl. From what we saw, because Gabby, who is from Big Brother Celebrity, who won the All Stars, very very boring. I sorry I didn't even finish it. It was just work, and you can see from the winners. She was built, but we didn't get to see her like really play one on one, unfortunately. But yeah, Garby was my star. She was a star. I kind of wish she had paired with someone else aside from Kendall. Kendall doesn't like black women, from what I've seen, from his season and what I see online. But he did good. He surprised me actually. Aside from how he handled things with Lucinda and Garby, sorry, I had no problem with him. Like he was a fighter. But I wish that Garby had partnered up with someone else, like from the beginning. But I get it. Like sometimes you have to partner with someone who will accept you and who's giving you attention. And her and Kendall did make a good team, to be honest. There are a few couples that I'd love to see. I'd have loved to see her and Kendall. It is what it is. I just accept them as a couple. Obviously, Josh and Andrea, just because of Josh. I want to see Josh battling up. Plus, you want to see strong. I like to see strong people. Of course, you want some smart people to give people an advantage, but like strong mentally and stuff, I wanted Josh. Andrea, I never really cared for her. She honestly can be replaced by any other contestant from the previous game. Like, there's nothing really about her to me. And yeah, it overall, I was very disappointed in the way the season ended. And I was winning Tyreek. Like, if Johnny wasn't going to take the money, at least my Justin would have, like, because I'm like, why are you there? You're too good for this show. Like, you're a champ, you're beautiful, you got some Netflix exposure, go into bigger things. So hopefully the check was good. Hopefully the check, she's supposed to be doing runway shows, being like in a fitness brand deals. Like, she's so beautiful. Like, honestly, she's so beautiful. She's so sweet. She's so hardworking. She's so humble. She's definitely better. So hopefully she got a bigger check than Lucinda is going to get, please. So when the edits were showing like Kendall and Johnny and people like talking about how Justin is taking the win, I knew from there. Because when because I was thinking like Johnny and Justin and Tyreek and Gabby are going to be the ones. That's going to be our battle, right? Again, another repeat. Like, it will be poetic, right? And maybe this time Johnny will take it, because arguably, if he probably had a better partner, actually maybe his partner wasn't so bad, but if he had a better partner, probably would have taken in. Plus, I could see people wanting Justin and Jack in the previous, because they really played a really smart game. Not only were they strong physically, they were strong in terms of running socials. They probably won the most power couple. Like, they ran the house, so it made sense that they would win. But yeah, I was like, this was either Johnny's redemption or it was Justin making history again. So when I saw they didn't make it, America didn't vote, and the edit, and Lucinda talking about her genetics, I was like, oh my god, I think I'm done. I'm done with Love Island. It's just so disappointing. Like, the way right now social media is, the way all these shows are going. Sorry, it's going even dark. It's going dark. I even want to turn on the light, because that's how I'm feeling. I was so disappointed. I was like, oh my god. Like, okay, I was so disappointed in Tyreek, to be honest. I don't know why they didn't strategize properly. I don't see how Lucinda would outpace Justine, although I was saying online that she was lying about not being a workout girly and, I don't work out, I don't do anything, I didn't know, no. She's probably playing up to that character. We all know what that character is. So it was very disappointing. I rather have had Toby and Sydney win. Honestly, I would have rather had Toby and Sydney win. Like, any other couple, Andrea and Josh, Toby and Sydney, even Chris and KK, like anyone else, Kendo and Garby, like any Johnny and Gabby, like any other couple. What other couple do we have? I would say Nicola, because I didn't mind Nicola, but Nicola was strange to me. Not strange because she's like from Malta and all that. She's just strange. Like, she didn't want the money anyways. So I don't like to give people prizes they really want, right? But she'll be good. She's probably the most famous person from Malta right now. So I didn't even know that Malta was a country like that. I thought it was just like an island. I know it was like its own nation. Yeah, that's my ignorance. So I learned something. So yeah, she's going to be good, and she seems like a sweetheart, right? So she'll be good. But yeah, I'd rather even had her and Casey win. Oh, Casey, not again. And deserved win. But honestly, I rather have, because Casey didn't piss me off this season. It was irrelevant. And Nicola at least gave us some moments. She is definitely a better person than Lucinda. So yeah, I actually rather have had her. But as a couple was there. Because Zay in the beginning, even Lucinda, right? I get the underdog thing, because Zay, no one really wanted him. He was just there. But I like Zay, to be honest. I never really liked him in his season. He was very arrogant. I think he was the boy that probably had one of the most attention. And him and Sydney was so annoying. Yeah, to be fair, like the first one gave us Johnny and Sally, and this one they gave us Gabby and Casey and Sydney and Isaiah. Like I was like, when did Keenan come? Is his name Keenan for KK? Why didn't someone else come? Why didn't Jack come for Justine or Ella? Okay, I get there probably want to cut off ties from, but any other couple. Anyway, seeing from All Stars, it seems a lot of people are cutting ties with Love Is Blind, and that's understandable. But if they could get Johnny and Justin, which to be honest, I'd save the show. Tyreek was literally holding it, holding on, carrying the show on his back, like he already is a bit hunched like this. So just imagine all the strain on his shoulders. But yeah, they should have brought more UK people, I think. I don't know who, but definitely at least to balance out. The alliance was kind of like off for me, especially like when they were taking out Garby and Casey, then they took out Josh and Andrea. That's unfair. I think if they were to include voting, they can include voting like they did before, then had the bottom two couples duel it. Like for the mega duel, they should have had Toby and Sydney and Gabby and Johnny. I see Gabby didn't do any one-on-one, like just to see, and you could see how disappointed she was, like they were shocked as well. I know Johnny was too shocked, but Gabby was shocked. Like, are you serious? They literally worked all that hard just to be like, in the club, and the bouncer is like, nope, ain't passing this line by America. So annoying. Like, I'd like to think that most people would have rather had Gabby and Johnny win than I hear people call her Lucifer, but Lucinda and Zay. But you know what? Zay played a good game. Again, he didn't really do anything to annoy me this season aside from him not taking the money. Well, that's another funny part. Like Lucinda was probably like, "What? All people don't like me." I can't do her accent, but her voice has always been annoying. It was a little bit less annoying, but she's just always been annoying. But yeah, other than that though, I think Love Island has lost a fan in me. I'm already not watching like Australia. It probably comes. Like, I don't know if it comes annually, like every year, but I know like Love Island, like US and Love Island games is like twice a year. Like this year, I've watched back to back. UK, it started getting good towards the end, but a lot of times, if I don't see girls who look like me, I'm not going to be bothered to watch. The first Love Island, it's because it used to be obviously a mixed race girl, but the show had like authentic personalities that I knew what it was like back then, but I was kind of really happy because at least Love Island US didn't just have black girl just representation. Had even black girls couldn't have two at the start of, not like UK where one comes and has to replace the other one up to now. So I was rooting for it, but I don't know if it's the production completely. You could blame them. You could blame the network. You could blame the fans. It's lost me, unfortunately. And I really wanted to review this Love Island games, but the way I saw it going, I was just like, no. And I'm so happy I didn't, because I would have probably not completed it. Oh, you get of me, like, I don't even know how to kiss my teeth, but just jeering the whole time because what the hell was this? What the hell was this? What the hell? They should have let Johnny and Gabby play, honestly. Like, so many deserving people left. At this point, Adriana should have just stayed and won. Although, to be fair, Lucinda did kick her out. So, no, yeah, actually, no, I didn't kick her. But yeah, for sure, Lucinda does work out and she does. She's not as weak as she played it off. Kudos to her. But, maybe she's just a lucky girl. But yeah, she needs to work on herself. She's not a nice person. Justine, please don't go back to Love Island. Please, I beg you. You are so much better. It sucks that you actually came back and then you lost to Lucinda. That sucks. Believe me. But I hope that at least this gives a little more brand deals. Maybe it was strategic in a way that she got herself exposure. I don't think she's forgotten. There are a lot of people, even winners, who are you forget about. Like, where is Z? I need to see Z. We're still saying Serena because that's probably one of the most viewed seasons or season 6. But where is Z? Like, where is our goddess Amazon Queen Z? Like, I don't see her a lot. Maybe I'm not on social media like that. But yeah, Justin was in a perfect match. Yes, she was there for like 5 seconds. But we know Justin. I mean, I follow her. Like, I see her. She goes for different events. I mean, she's really that girl. I don't know. She's maybe too reserved to be a host because I believe Sally is a host because Sally can talk. Oh my God, Sally can talk. But she's endearing though. So I don't know what Justin should do. Um, Even to be in shows like The Challenge, you have to have some sort of personality. That's why players who are not that good, like Anissa, who have been there for the longest time, and Nani, who jumps into bed with multiple people every. I'm not slut shaming her, but that's there's something that has to. Justine, she's reserved. She has morals. She's principled. She's a lover girl, but she keeps getting played. So she can't even play that. I'm a lover girl, keeps getting played. Like she's no Taylor Swift. It can only be you can only do so much for a black girl. You can't keep playing the Lava girl. Oh my god, the keep getting played. Like, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. Plus, Justin doesn't strike me and come as a girl who will go for the sympathy vote. Like, that's not her. Even if she has been humiliated to the point that she should, right? She's a strong girl and she knows who she is, and she's so humble. People may not see that as being entertaining, but I was hoping at least she make history, because believe me, if she won this, there would be no one else in history. You win back to back, literally all the Love Island appearances. At least if you're going backwards, you're winning. But now, like, I'm pretty sure someone can dethrone her easily, because Love Island games is for previous contestants. You probably have someone who agrees, who has won before, like, come, like Amaya may come the next Love Island game. Let's see if she wants to be affiliated with Love Island, and then she may win too. I don't know how she is strength wise, but she's a lovable character. I notice how I say character, because Amaya is a character to me. She's always been. Everyone was loving her. She was entertaining, right? Because it was so toxic. But believe you me, if she was in a different season, um, she wouldn't have lasted. She just was the least worst out of like worst people, right? So it was easy for her to win. She was an acceptable, character when it comes to like people of color. So no one really took her that seriously. And like, she wasn't threatening like other, black girls like Shelly and Olandria, especially Shelly. Shelly is very confident. Shelly is unapologetic, and I like that about her. She's Caribbean, so I can. Caribbean usually like culture wise and behavior wise, they tend, especially her being Haitian, are more similar. Like, they're more similar to like Africans. So she is who she is. She's unapologetic. So when someone sees you like that, it's a problem, right? So I get it, and she's beautiful too. And you know what? I'm not going to even fault her with being with Ace, because if Ace is treating her good, and she still is doing her brand deals, and all those who say we don't want to associate with you because of your man, that's okay. Like, screw them. They're literally women who are thriving, and they're with way worse men. And mind you, Ace is young. Like, Ace is young. I don't know if it's just me giving him grace, but Ace is really, really young. I like to think that going like maybe 7 years or even less, he's going to grow. He's going to realize that you don't have to be jealous of other people. You don't have to for you, there's room for both you and up around you to be both stars, right? You don't have to always be the one on top, which is what I think also has a short man complex. It's not a nice thing to hear about short men. As I said, Cordell is a unicorn. But short men, they either have a bad attitude, either they have a short temper, short. They are insecure. There's always something off about short men. They overcompensate. So it's a lot of things. But yeah, very disappointed. Anyone who knows me can tell you that I've been a big Love Island fan. So there goes that.